What's up guys? So in this video I'm going to run through a full mobility stretch routine where we're going to target every single part of your body. It's only 7.5 minutes in total. So we're going to run through the mobility exercises and give you variations based on what ability you're at. First movement we're going to focus on is the world's greatest stretch. Okay, so we do 45 seconds per hold and then we'll go into the next movement. Let's get cracking on. So world's greatest stretch is one of my favorite stretches. Okay, so what you're going to do is get in a plank position, so on your hands and on your feet, and you're going to bring that one leg forward up to where your hands are. Okay, so I'm going to start the time with 45 seconds. So for most people, just doing this is going to be a good enough stretch, so you just hold this position, make sure your back leg is nice and straight. For some people, you can get the elbow on the same side of the leg that's forward and drive it down to the floor, open up the chest and rotate. Okay, so make sure you drive the elbow as far as you can to the floor. Again, some people won't be able to touch the floor, they might just get to the ankle and feel a good stretch. That's completely fine, don't force it, and then rotate up. Okay, so there's a great stretch to open up your hips, hamstrings, and a bit of upper back mobility as well. So doing this for 45 seconds and then we'll switch sides. Perfect. Again, just switch sides, bring the foot up to your hands, and then we go again. So again, it's always important when we do these stretches, we're not forcing the stretch, okay? We're just getting to a point where you feel a decent stretch, and then you feel the muscles loosen up after every rep. So hopefully you will see the elbow just going a little bit further down and down after each rep. But again, if you can't touch the floor, don't worry. The more you do this, the closer you would get that elbow down to the floor. Let's do a few more reps. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go into the pigeon pose to target the glutes. This is where we get the legs up in front of us. Okay, we straighten out that back leg. And again, everyone knows what a pigeon pose is or stretch is, but they can't always get in this position where the leg is straight in front of them because of their mobility. They may have to bend the knee slightly and have your leg at an angle. That's no problem at all. Just do whatever's comfortable for you, okay? So I'm going to start the timer. But what we need to think about is straightening out that back leg, keeping your hips straight and driving them down to the floor so you can feel that intense stretch on the glutes. If you're comfortable, you can keep your chest up, okay? That's no problem at all. If you can also bring your chest forward. So just gradually bring it forward, okay? Just to deepen the stretch. But again, really focus on driving those hips down, okay? So we're just gonna hold it there for 45 seconds. We've got another 15. And it's really important as well, guys, that you just, control your breathing throughout the stretches. Okay, and just try and relax. Perfect. Right, so let's switch legs. Again, just bring that leg across the front of the body, straighten out that back leg, drive your hips down, and then just go again. One other thing to add a bit extra to this stretch is to add a reach into the stretch as well. So whatever leg is forward, whatever knee is forward, the opposite arm is going to reach over to that side. And then you can also stretch out the lats whilst doing this. Okay, so you're reaching out as far as you can to stretch out the lats. Just another variation you can do. But for this one, we'll just stick to the pigeon pose. Few more seconds. Perfect. The next stretch now, we are going to do the quad stretch. Okay, so again, we're going to be in this position here, and I understand that for some of you, this might be quite uncomfortable for your ankles, depending on your ankle mobility. So again, just do whatever variation works for you, but you're going to be sitting on top of your ankles here, and then you're just going to shuffle back, okay, into this position, or even this position might be good enough for you, okay? So again, open up the hips, stretching up the quads. I'll set the time for 45 seconds. So you can either go on your hands, okay? You could go on your elbows, and if you're really flexible, you could go all the way on your back. But again, make sure you're pushing your hips down, create tension in the abs, make sure the body's nice and flat, and avoid overarching your lower back. Okay, so pick whatever variation works for you, and just control the breathing. Another 15 seconds. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go into a cobra. So we're going to target that lower back. Okay, so you're going to lie flat on your stomach. You're going to drive through the hands and push your chest away from the floor and arch your lower back. Okay, but again, for some people it might be a bit lower down here. Others could straighten out their arms fully, but just do whatever works for you. Okay, there's no right or wrong here, guys. Whether you're a beginner or you're fairly advanced, to start the timer, just go for a variation that works for you. So drive through the hands, and then what you could do also is just try and look over your shoulder, try and look at the feet behind you, hold it there for a few seconds, alternate between each side, and then go again. Again, a really good one for the lower back here, guys. Again, just trying to target every part of the body in this routine. Perfect. Okay, let's go for the hamstrings. So the lying hamstring stretch. So you're going to lie flat on your back. You're going to straighten out one leg as much as you can. Keep that toe pointing towards you. That means you're going to pull it in, okay, towards you. So I'll start the timer, 45 seconds. And again, just ease your way into it. Just try and keep that leg as straight as you can. And you'll see gradually throughout the stretch, I'm able to bring it a little bit closer into my body. But again, just find the point where you feel a decent stretch, don't force it, and just ease your way into it. Perfect. And then we'll switch sides. You keep the leg nice and straight. You might find one leg is slightly stiffer than the other. Certainly feeling it more on this leg. Again, keep that toe pointing towards you. And this leg is tighter. There's always one side that's tighter than the other when you do these stretches, but that's okay. The more you do these routines, you'll start to balance out everything in your body. So just breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, and just focus on the stretch. Perfect. We've got one final stretch. Okay, we're going to go into an armless prayer. It's going to be like a child's pose, except we're going to have our elbows on the floor and hands together at the bottom. Okay, so you're going to have both elbows down on the floor, clamp your hands together, push your bum back towards your ankles and heels, and then you go. Okay, so I'll start the timer and just let your body sink into the floor. So when you breathe in and when you breathe out, just let that body drop and sink into the floor with every breath. Again, good one for the triceps, the lats, stretching out your chest.
It's good for the back as well. This is a final stretch. Perfect.
So that's the end of the stretch routine. Again, doesn't take long, only 7.5 minutes. Do this twice, 3 times a week, and it will sort you out. Subscribe to my channel, there'll be plenty more stretch routines for you to follow along to. See you on the next episode.